Alright, welcome back to Masters of BrickjitzuCast. Today we have one of our new people that are joining the moderator team, Speedy. You can go ahead and introduce yourself. Everyone knows us, but I guess we can go around the panel again, just in case people don't know who we are. But yeah, go ahead, Speedy.
Hi, I'm Speedy. I've been collecting Lego and Lego Ninjago since like the end of 2017, beginning 2018. So I really haven't been here that long.
Newbie.
I'm kind of infamous in the Ninjago space because all I talk about is Lloyd.
He has a shrine, y'all. It's amazing.
I've seen it. Yes, that for a long time I only knew Speedy as the Lloyd fan.
Good.
Because randomly on Twitter, it would I would see her shrine up. I was like, oh, I guess she's a Lloyd fan.
Imagine all the Lloyds. Like, she literally has everything that I know of that Lloyd, like, at least has come with Lloyd or has some sort of merchandise. I'm pretty sure you have almost everything, right?
Wait,
I've
Speedy,
got a list of stuff that I don't have.
So, Speedy, you said that you started around 2017. So, it sounds like that was around the time that the Lego Ninjago movie came out. Was that what influenced you to join the Ninjago community at all? Or was it something that just surprised you on the internet and you went, oh, I like that, and then just hopped on? Can you tell us more about that?
Alright, so my dad collects Lego. Lego is my dad's
Awesome.
thing. So the collectible minifigure series were coming out, and my dad loves them. So he would go to Toys R Us after work every day and try and find the new series so he could have all of them. And the one day I was sitting at the table and he brought some home from Toys R Us and he's putting them on the table. And I thought they were the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I don't like these fish guys. They're weird. And he makes this like upset face because he's like, oh man, I got a double. And he's like, do you want this? And he passed it over to me. And you'll never guess what minifigure that was.
Was it
wonder.
Masked Lloyd or Cereal Lloyd?
It was Cereal Bowl Lloyd.
The better one of the two.
That was my descent into madness because I thought it was the best minifigure I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome. What a unique story. What a cool story.
This was like a week before the movie came out, so I watched this series on Netflix, which only had season 1 to 5, and then I went and saw the movie.
Well,
Those are interesting times. Did it just start with the collectible minifigures, or did it eventually, did you immediately go out and buy an actual set when you had seen the movie itself?
When I saw the movie, I can't remember if it was before I saw the movie or right after, but this was still when Toys R Us was still around, and our Toys R Us is next to the movie theater. So I think it was around the same time. I went and bought the Ninja Mech Dragon.
that's one of the only Ninjago sets I bought while I was in my Dark Ages. It's a cool dragon. I gotta admit that.
very unique.
Yeah,
Spiky.
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 Even though I hate
Really
the
bad.
film, I will
Oh,
still
boy.
say I hate the film.
Ooh,
I
words,
like that
words.
set. I really
remember,
like that dragon.
transporting that thing around, it's just like, wait, where did the spikes go? Because some of them are loose in there, and sometimes they set in there. It just depends on the luck of a draw of which spikes you ended up getting. So everybody's like, what's going on?
Porcupine dragon.
Yes.
Dragon.
Self-defense mechanisms. It's fighting against a shark, after all. Full of teeth.
Fair enough.
And the cat.
And a cat.
Pufferfish have the advantage with the spines, man.
Do you know what's also funny about that?
Hmm.
When me and my brother were younger, we used to try and make brick films with like the super old camcorder, and we had one that was about a cat destroying a Lego city.
That's awesome. So it's the multiple layers of...
Yeah.
Yes. I can
Speedy, are you
appreciate this.
confirming that they stole from you? They stole ideas from you. The Ninjago writers stole
Yeah,
ideas
they hacked
from
our
you.
camcorder.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say anything.
They watched your brick films and were like, hey, we can steal this from this child, and no one would ever know.
But
They
wait,
stole my 6-year-old brick film.
I think you kind of cracked the code. The movie was made specifically for Speedy. Like,
Yeah.
if it was handed in a letter, it has her name on it. There you go.
There you go.
Fair point.
So, Speedy, a lot of people that kind of know you in the Ninjago community, they're very familiar with your artwork. Do you think you could talk about your Instagram or something like that?
I honestly don't remember when I started my Instagram. I've been online a really long time. I
Haven't
just
we
kind
all?
of migrated from website to website. Like I've been Speedy since 2008. Like
Wow.
a while. I use my Instagram to like as an archive for my artwork. And then people just started following me, and I was like, "Oh no, where'd all these people come from?"
Now I have to meet expectations. Oh no.
Now I have to look at my messages.
You have a very distinctive style. Do you have any kind of like influences?
I mean, everybody probably does. Probably just from cartoons I grew up with.
Yeah.
Like I'm really into. I really like the Avatar: The Last Airbender art style. It's a good art style.
It is.
It is.
It seems to be one that just really does serve as a basis to so many different artists on the internet, and it's so amazing how prevalent that has become. But it's also interesting too because it's such a narrative strong story, just like Ninjago is, and it's kind of, I guess, it draws a similar crowd because of that reason. I think that's so interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of people who are into Ninjago I've seen are into both.
Oh yes,
And confirm.
can confirm.
Actually, Speedy, what's the origin of like the name Speedy? Like, how do you come up with that? Like name tag or
Username.
username? Yeah, I was
So-
looking. I was searching for the correct term.
Ace has been
Well-
playing Mario Kart today.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart today. With pride.
Well, I think I took it up in 2008. It was around that time. And I only know that because that's the year the Speed Racer movie came out. And that's where that
Good
name
movie.
comes from.
Yeah.
It's an underrated
That was my
gem.
thing in that year. I go through phases
You.
where I like one thing
Definitely.
for like...
I think I did as well. Like I remember I had like a Ben 10 phase, and the next year was Bakugans, and then Beyblades, and then Ninjago, and I just stayed with Ninjago.
Yeah,
it's hard for me
that's
to go
how
through
I am.
phases.
I slept on Speed Racer.
I did as
remember,
well.
That was proto Speed Champions in a way. It wasn't quite as simple and shapely as the Lego Racer sets were, but we hadn't quite reached the point where let's do racers as an action theme and then eventually becoming sports cars themselves. And it was really interesting to see because they were anywhere between 8 to 10 wide, and the only thing you could find outside of a Speed Racer sets aside from that was the Lego Agent stuff. And it was completely chrome silver, which was awesome. And it was drum lacquered silver, but you had such a small amount of options within that group, and when you look back at it, you're like, wow, this was the area before that. And it's having now recently just experienced modern Speed Champions cars with the build, I feel like that there's a draw to that. And it's really, really impressive just seeing how interesting and different the styles are between them both, but then them kind of being cut from the same cloth too, and I love that.
I mean, we could campaign to get like Speed Champion Speed Racer sets, right?
I mean,
Or like the Mark V.
DTC Mark 5, please. I got my DeLorean. That's the next one on my docket.
Whenever you brought up Speed Racer, I just thought about like, oh man, how cool would it be a modern Speed Champion style Mach 5.
It'd be awesome. Cause I didn't have money back then, so I didn't get any of the sets. And like a couple weeks ago, I just bought one, and it's sealed, so I'm not gonna open it or build it.
No, you should build it. Come on.
No, can't.
Gotta keep it in the
Pretty
box.
sure Tommy Andreasen did some of the art for those sets, like on like the boxes.
Yeah, I saw that on
did.
Twitter. I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he responded to your tweet,
Yeah,
Speedy.
I
He was,
think
"Hey,
I
how'd you
saw-
send that box?"
Yeah,
And
he
I
was
just
like,
said-
"Hey, I made that."
And now you're sitting here, now I can't open it even more. See, the idea is that you cut the seals very gently, and that way you can at least keep the box closed on a shelf and still looking pretty, but still build the set as well.
Mm-hmm. I agree with
While you're
Ben.
tempting me over here with my Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, I haven't opened it, and I'm scared. to.
That's a good set, though.
I know,
Goodness
it looks so much
gracious.
fun.
Yeah.
So, from what I've been able to tell, Speedy, you've had at least some history with older Lego themes. Aside from Speed Racer specifically, was there any other themes that you were drawn to before Ninjago?
Thema.
Well, when I was really young, my dad had the Black Sea Barracuda on his dresser, and I always wanted to play with it, like really bad. And that's why he went up and got his old Lego out for us to play with, which is what we made the brick films out of.
Awesome.
Because I
Aw.
really wanted to play with that.
So
I'm
would
really
you say
mad I didn't
that-
get the new one.
Would you say that your dad is basically just the bad guy from Lego Movie 1?
Yes.
You just see it up on the shelf. No, you cannot touch that.
I mean, I
Yes.
think we're all eventually going to become the bad guy from
Yeah, we're all going
Lord
to be
Business.
the bad guy. We're all going to be the
I
bad
already
guy.
have.
One of us, it'll be Brayden. Brayden will be Jackie Chan
No.
from Ninjago movie.
Hey,
Definitely,
Everyone else is from Lego Movie 1.
hey. Maybe.
For some reason, I
Maybe.
think Brayden eventually will get the wooden woo that was stolen
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
He will
God.
find
from
a way
Simon
to get
Lucas.
So
For
off.
some reason, I just get the sense that Brayden is going to one day like show up and be like, hey, look, guys, I bought this on eBay for like $1,000.
I think it was sold on
Has-
eBay for
yeah.
like tons of money. Like it was like
Yeah, didn't
over
he go for like
100,000.
$10,000 or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
I was looking at the Ninjago cards the other day on Bricklink, and they're cheap, but not as cheap as I want them to be.
I can respect that.
The old
Yeah.
ones or the new ones?
The old ones. No, nobody wants the new ones. Let's be honest.
I do.
Excuse you.
I
Do you guys
really
really want?
them.
Do you guys really like the new ones? I think they're kind of
Yes, they're fun.
Yeah,
They're good.
they're pretty.
Some of them are ugly, but like I
I'm
swear,
ugly.
some of them are just screenshots from YouTube from when the episodes
Yeah.
leaked.
I know.
It's just that.
Do you
write
guys
that
remember-
down meme.
Do you guys remember when the cards leaked and they had all the characters from Ninjago City Gardens, and then and everyone like was making videos like, "Oh my God, look, Ninjago season whatever leaks," and then Ninjago City Gardens dropped this or leaked the same day, and all those videos were already outdated. Oh man, I remember that.
Why we don't report news? Oh boy.
True.
Yeah,
I will
they're
say
good.
though, with the cards though, I deliberately am staying away from them because it's like I know that I will love them, A, but B, because they are beyond my reach, I pretend that they do not exist. And I think that might be for the better, especially considering that with the amount of money that I could buy a whole box of those cards, I could finish off my card collection by buying the sets that they come from. And unfortunately, it's the usual, oops, I didn't find this in store type sets, so... Pay me for having to spend several $100s on one $10 spinner set because I never saw it in stores for the 2 months it was available. Energy J, but you
Mesmo
know.
as well. Actually, I
Oh.
saw this the other day. Mesmo is more expensive nowadays than Energy J.
Mesmo is
Really?
the only serpentine I don't have, and it makes me really mad.
Yeah, I saw this. That Mesmo is now more expensive than Energy J. And I was like, Mesmo? Really?
Mesmo has a unique head mold.
I know.
No,
So
he has the
that
same
doesn't-
as Spitta.
Is it this? No, I mean
No, he has a
the-
unique
the
printing.
mold color and printing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
But then, did he have it? Did he have a spinner? No, Slither had. the
Yeah,
spinner.
no,
No, he had a
Mesmo
booster
booster
pack.
only
Mesmo
came in
had
a
the booster
spinner.
pack.
He only had the booster. pack,
Mesmo
right?
was like
Mesmo
one
was
of
the
the
booster pack.
Yeah.
Lazaru and Mesmo were the two that were exclusive to the booster packs.
Yep.
Same with little Lloyd came in other sets. Never
I
mind.
know,
They were the
funny,
only two.
man. And I was like,
Mesmo came in a spinner. I looked this up the other day.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Mesmo-
He came in
Yeah.
a booster pack.
Bruh, I was there.
Yes.
Slither
Oh, was
had a
it?
spinner. Slither
Yeah,
had
no,
a
no.
spinner.
Yeah.
You guys, prove me wrong. So why is Mesmo so expensive then? He's like $40.
The booster
He
pack.
came in a booster pack.
But were like the
People-
booster packs like really, really rare or
No,
something?
people weren't paying as much attention to them if they were side snakes.
Yeah.
So they tended to be mostly ignored, not realizing that they were actually missing out on a completely unique character. Also, when it comes to the booster packs, that has one of my favorite Ninjago cryptids in it. The height extender for spinners that was initially revealed in press images for the Lloyd booster pack.
Yeah,
That was never included in the sets and never showed up ever.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, where's that? Like, I bought it specifically for that so I could have Lloyd use the spinners. Where is it?
Never came.
I
don't know
do
why.
find it
It's so
funny
weird.
because I remember playing with the 2012 spinners, and I always preferred the 2011 ones over the 2012s. because the 2012 spinners were just so much heavier and they had so much attachments to them. The spinner game kind of became like too much.
That's what
Right,
made
they
it fun, though.
attached
You
too
had so
much
much
gameplay to it.
No, but
customized-
not in terms of
customized.
like the combat, the gameplay aspect to the spinners became like just it became slower. That's how
There was
I
so much
remember
that
it.
had to be done. I can respect that, but it's also like they're trying to reinvent the wheel, basically.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I think,
because
like-
it is actually a wheel. But it's like there's a point where it can be too much, and I think that they managed to hit that, but not in a way where I feel too overwhelmed. Of course, this was back at a time where literally no one in my life was building with Lego anymore or enjoying Lego anymore because they were too old. So there was never an opportunity to experience that with anybody. But I think it was fun, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys were ever like around or like, but like ToysRUs.com was like the best place. Like that's where I got most, if not all, of like the super hard spinner stuff on like NRGJ and the booster packs. Like they were uploaded to ToysRUs.com. I remember early, and that was where you could buy them like early at the time.
I stalked that website for many months, and he never ever came.
You never got them.
Fangdom and Energy Jan never ever. I would go there daily. They would never show up, and no one. There was
Really?
never a point where I would got communicated, "Hey, these went live," so I never had the opportunity. So all of my chances for spinners was reliant on Fred Meyer, who never ever came in clutch for Energy J or Fangdom. And I only have ever seen Fangdom because I found it at a Bricks and Minifigs one day. I'm like, oh wow, they have that here. It was $40, and I did not have the disposable income for that. This was well after it retired, mind you.
Fangdom the spinner, right?
Fangdom is the spinner because
Yeah, the red one.
TOM is the one with the tail, and they didn't get spinners.
Yeah,
No, but I think
generally.
Fangdom was also included in the truck, right? Because it was Fangdom and Fangtom.
It was
And
never
the Fang
about.
Fire
It was
Wrecking
never
Ball,
about the minifig. It was never
Oh,
about the.
oh yeah,
minifig.
it was about the
The
cards.
spinner.
I
It was
guess.
about the cards, and it was about the spinner for me, at least.
Yeah,
And now
same
I
here.
have what, 20 holes in my collection of cards, and I will never be satisfied until they are filled. When it
Speedy,
comes
do
to
you-
quick creations, though, I do have to ask: is there any special projects that you're working on regarding Ninjago or for the Ninjago community to enjoy, Speedy?
I'm working on a Ninjago graphic novel. Trying to, anyway. It's a lot
Very
of
fun.
Can you
'Cause I have to-
can you share the plot or something?
Sure. So, it's
Is it
called
Lloyd-based?
Ninjago Shattered. Yes, it's Lloyd based. Who do you think I am?
Nah, it's focused on the chicken.
I would do that, honestly.
Favorite part of Ninjago, the chicken.
I thought about submitting a Lego world builder based around the chicken and the crossbow dog.
Oh my gosh.
The Misadventures of Woo's Pets.
Yes, I thought it would be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, Shattered follows Lloyd kind of it kind of looks into his thoughts after the events of Hunted and Friends. So he's very like mistrusting. He's kind of angry. He's angry and upset at himself. He thinks everything's his fault. You know, that kind of thing. But basically the plot is the ninja have realized that some of the elemental masters have been missing a really long time. Like Jacob. Jacob's been missing a while. And they look into it and find out that there are people who are actively hunting the elemental masters.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm like
cool.
picturing it in my head. I was like, oh, I'm just
I know, right?
trying to see where the story would go. I really. Do you have a release date or like a release window?
I have
Anything?
no idea. Because
No, okay,
we're about
perfect.
maybe halfway through the first draft. Because I have to write the whole thing and then we have to draw the whole thing. So it's a lot of work.
So it's
Yeah.
2023 then. You heard it here first, guys.
If it ever comes out.
Yeah,
It
if
is-
it ever comes.
The date is soon, TM.
It is February 32nd, 2023.
Looking forward to it.
Hey.
Perfect
Yeah, that would
day.
be awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Speedy, I think we always ask this. So, what's your favorite Ninjago set? Just to, like get a sense of your like
Brickjitzu.
perfect. You're
Very tasteful.
Culture.
Very, very tasteful. Goodness.
Yo, Kyle, you got any questions, big dog?
out of your Ninjago collection, is there like any particular item that was like difficult to get your hands on or find for your collection? Because you kind of had to backtrack since you hopped in like later in the fandom.
Oh God. So, y'all probably know this. Ninjago has a tendency to release stuff only in Europe.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that doesn't come
Really?
to
Kidding.
America. And ClickTime, who used to manufacture the watches and the alarm clocks, went out of business. And they went out of business right as the Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu alarm clocks came out.
Mhm.
So Lloyd and Kai are impossible to find. It took me 2 years to track down Lloyd, and I looked every day.
Man.
I didn't know that they went out of business.
Yeah, I
That's
was like,
sad.
really?
Wow.
I'm kind of sad now. Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
well.
I can kind of guess why. They did provide some to the Lego store while I was working there, and there was one thing we were always guaranteed to have: watches and clocks. And they were the ones that didn't include the minifigs in them, so you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the death of clocks. I remember buying Lego clocks because they would always have minifigures, but once they had like just the weird janky figure that would attach to the clock instead of being an actual figure.
Mhm.
That's when
Yeah.
clocks died for me.
Advent of the smartphone ruined it all. Oh well.
One of the
Don't
things I'm
need
actually
them, but we
missing
love
is
them.
a watch.
Really?
You don't have any?
Ooh.
I don't have the Skybound one. It's
Oh.
the only
Oh,
one
I have
don't
it. That's one that I found at Toys R Us for like. I remember that's the one watch that I actually have. The only
Coming
one
to
that
your
I have
house.
is the Lloyd Skybound watch. Is that Toys
Speedy's
R Us
on
for
the
like
way
$2?
toward the doors.
I actually think I saw it at Toys R Us, but I got the alarm clock instead back then, and
Mm.
I mean, it was like my third Lloyd thing I bought. So
Heard that.
A store
heard
near
that.
my house has the season 8 watch, Lloyd watch.
Oh.
But I always see it there. And I'm like, is this thing ever gonna like? Am I gonna be the one to buy this? Because this isn't
Yes.
ever gonna be sold.
I'll buy
It's
it
been there for years.
She would give it a nice home.
$30.
I've actually I don't know the price, but I always go by because it's next to like the stairs. So every time I go back, I walk past the stairs, I see it. I'm like, it's still there, and it's been 4 years.
I saw one at Kohl's one time, and they wanted like $40 for it, and I was like,
Oh.
no.
Wait, what's the
Kohl's?
retail price on those?
it's
Were there
30.
like?
I think it's 30.
'Cause I remember
Right.
buying them for like 20.
You
back
might
in
have
the
gotten them
day.
on sale. You seem to be very good at doing that.
No, but like
Yeah.
I remember buying like the Darth Vader clock back in like 2012 for like really cheap. But like I don't remember it being on sale.
There is a possibility that it might have been an older version of the Vader clock, because when they change out the packaging, they often will have, or force stores to discontinue the older packaging just to not, like, cross-pollinate the marketing. So you might have gotten to take advantage of that sort of a deal, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I do not know.
Yeah, that happened with me for one of the clocks, because I have the Lego Ninjago movie Kai one, and I only got it because it was on the Lego store on like their website for like $10, and it was like the full size big clock, and I was like, I can't pass up on a deal
Steal.
like that.
I
Yeah.
remember
Exactly.
seeing at a Marshall's once. I saw a season 5 Kai clock sealed, and I thought
Nice.
about it. I thought about it, and I never bought it. I went back. It wasn't there. So
Yep, I did the same thing with it's called a store. You might know it, maybe not. It's called Tuesday Mornings, and I went there
Never heard it.
probably around 2 years. It was probably like 2 years ago, and I found a rebooted Battle Damage Zane clock sealed.
Really? I didn't
And
even
I
know that
found the
existed.
Lego Movie Lord Business the layer, and it was like $10 off, and I was like, should I get this?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
didn't get the layer.
I'll tell you, that set is still very reasonably priced. The Lego Movie, like
Oh,
Lord Business.
yeah,
layer.
it-
You can still get it for like $60 on Amazon. It's
Oh, wow.
A
ridiculous.
lot of the
Really?
Lego movie sets
Yeah.
have had that very unfortunate history. I noticed, like, I got the Castle Cavalry, like, just 2 years ago for MSRP. Now,
Yeah.
well, that was just before 2020 and all that business did stuff. But like the only ones that were impossible to find were the D2Cs, Benny's spaceship, the police thing, and then like what was one specific one that I was thinking of? The Metalbeard one was a really hard one to get, the normal Metalbeard, only because of the fact that that thing was the first one to retire, and then any of the store exclusives that wasn't including the Flying Flesher, were all immediately at just above MSRP when they retired, because they retired so early, but also were generally harder to come by. But other than that, I can't really think of too many. Oh, the ice cream machine. That one has always been high ranking because people absolutely adore that. I adore that. I wish I had two of them so I could have both of the versions displayed, because both the versions are great. But that was a different time. And then there's Lego Movie 2, and it's like, oh, you want this for 70% off? We still have it. 70% off. Do you want it? And everybody goes, no, I don't want the Shimmer and Shine Sparkle Spot, which is a very, very, very underrated set, as most of the Lego Movie 2 sets are, and I will continue to advocate for it. But, this is really
I still see the...
Where the cookie crumbles.
What's it called? It's the one with Queen whatever Navi and
Which
and,
one? The build whatever or her introduction?
The introduction. I still see that.
Yep, I could go down the street and buy it right now for MSRP. Same thing
And
with
I also see the party bus as well.
I see the party bus at Target all the time.
The party bus, you guys. Buy the party bus. The party bus is amazing.
The thing is, it's not on sale. It's
I know.
MSRP.
Yeah, it's still on it. Yeah.
They cut their
Because
losses.
I've been waiting
on
for
sale.
them to put it on
I buy
clearance.
it.
They cut
But
their
it's still
losses.
MSRP.
It's got over 1,000 pieces in it, so you're getting a good deal. And there's a light brick in there, and there's really awesome mini dolls in there, and a completely unique Unikitty. So like, come
But
on,
I'm
you guys.
cheap.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but
Speed and I have a lot in common.
I'm just surprised that you guys aren't seeing Rex's Rex Explorer. The one with the two dinosaurs that isn't the fist shaped.
I want that so badly, but I rarely
has
see
this
it.
Really, Ace? Because I can hook you up. I bought one, and I was like, man, I really don't want this anymore. I wanted to take it back, and I completely forgot. So I
built it
in
like
the closet.
a month ago, and it's not a bad build, but if there's any build that you can live without, it's that, unless you really want the dinosaurs.
And the thing is, I really wanted
Dinosaurs are
dinosaurs.
awesome.
Those are the
Then
same
yeah.
ones that come in the little
Nope.
Oh.
So, there's two different kinds of Raptors. They both look exactly the same, except one has a blue stripe painted over its eye, and one has a green one. The green one is exclusive to the Rexplorer. The blue one is in both the Rexplorer and the Rextreme Off-Roader.
Interesting. Yeah, I got
Very
both of those
interesting.
sets. I have all the dinos. Yay.
But then it's like,
Yay.
because the fact that set probably is still $120 at Target if you come across it, which don't spend that amount of money when it's available for like $80 on eBay. You still will probably get out cheaper if you buy just the dinosaurs on their own. And I don't think people are looking for Rex's dinosaurs as much as they are, say, Jurassic World, especially right now. But I also could be completely wrong about that and leading you astray. So I don't know.
Jurassic
But
World
dinosaurs, I get
dinosaurs
it.
are really expensive. I really, for some reason, I really want them now. And I looked them up on Bricklink, and they're expensive, and they're like shockingly expensive.
So
They're like-
they didn't make enough of the Indominus Rex, the first one that came out.
Mhm.
So when it sold out within like the first day, and it was absolutely impossible to find, we had found out that some people were reselling it for over the MSRP value of the actual set itself. They were selling it for $150 because there
Just
was
the
so
dinosaur?
much desire for just the Indominus Rex,
Oh,
not the whole
God.
set. Just the Indominus was going for $150 just because it was so in demand. So that was an insane time. That kind of proved that they should have kept they were to keep the Jurassic World license and never do anything non-licensed dinosaurs ever again. And it made me sad, but
Were people
It's
buying
so-
it for that price?
I mean, I like the
Yeah.
new dinos from
Ugh.
Jurassic World. I think they're cool.
the demographic for the Jurassic World stuff is typically a group of people who are just starting to get into Lego with their kids. So they have no idea what's a good value and what's not. So they just see the dino on there and they buy it because they assume that's its normal value, and they don't realize there's a full set that comes with it because the kid just wants the dinosaur. It's crazy.
Well, to wrap up real fast, Speedy, we got one last question that we usually always ask. What if you could go back in time and get any Lego set ever? what would you pick?
Honestly, I want a sealed black sea barracuda.
Good pick.
Just for that one purpose.
You just want to touch it.
I want to touch it.
I want one to call my own.
I want my
All
own.
I've ever wanted.
I feel like you'd get it. Just walk in the room, throw it at him, like, ah, gotcha now.
Or the
This
other
is
one.
mine.
I don't know what the other one is called off the top of my head.
What
Is
the
it
other-
yeah.
the Redbeard Runner?
Is that what it is?
I think that's the one that it is.
Is it black?
I think are they both black?
Maybe.
I'm gonna
Pirate
I
ships-
don't.
find that out right now.
I thought pirate ships were brown.
I meant the sails.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I think so. Let's find this out. One last quick thing here, because I really want to know. Because I know that because the Black Seas Barracuda was the red sails one, as we
Yeah.
can guess by Barracuda Bay having the red sails.
Mhm.
But there's the Crossbone Clipper, but that's a smaller boat. There's a lot of pirates. That's, oh my goodness gracious. Caribbean Clipper is blue. Black Seas Barracuda is red, and the Skull's Eye Schooner is the black one. And
Maybe
then
that's
the red
one I'm thinking
and
of.
the Redbeard Runner is the gray one that has less sails, but is a red hull.
Very,
And then there's
very
stuff like the Armada flagship and all that.
Well,
kind of
we
stuff.
all learned something good today.
Absolutely.
Today
And
I
the
learned.
good thing is now, as we're gonna have Speedy on future podcasts. So if you guys, love Speedy, we'll have her on future podcasts. We have a lot of fun stuff on the way. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, this has been Master Brickjitzu Podcast. Any last words, folks?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, that's it.
Bye.
Rest of your day.
So long.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good day.